Get in, loser. We're going podcasting.
Rock on. You can unlock the door first.
Maybe.
Warning. Pregnant women, the elderly, and children under 16 should avoid prolonged exposure to Dirt Diggler. Dirt Diggler may suddenly accelerate to dangerous speeds. Dirt Diggler has high gluten content and is not kosher, halal, or vegan safe. Do not ingest Dirt Diggler, as Dirt Diggler is for external use only. Discontinue listening to Dirt Diggler if any of the following occurs: itching, vertigo, dizziness, discoloration of urine, tingling in extremities, loss of balance or coordination, slurred speech, temporary blindness, profuse sweating, heart palpitations, increased use of profanity. If listening to Dirt Diggler gives you an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, you're welcome. Listening to Dirt Diggler may lead to unplanned pregnancies. If Dirt Diggler begins to smoke, get away immediately. Seek shelter and cover head. Dirt Diggler may stick to certain types of skin. When not in use, Dirt Diggler should be returned to a special container and kept under refrigeration. The ingredients of Dirt Diggler include, but are not limited to, a glowing substance which fell to the earth, presumably from outer space, and bad memories. Do not taunt Dirt Diggler. Dirt Diggler does not come with a lifetime guarantee. Dirt Diggler. Enjoy the show.
Extra heat.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It is the Dirt Diggler, the dirtiest Diggler to ever Diggler, for Dirt Good Diggler. And with me, as always, I have
Kenny the Dork, the unapologetic New Englander.
And on the line from the West Coast, I have
Gianni the KC chick with LA branches.
And you have a special guest on today's show, calling in from Virginia.
I am Brandon.
VA?
I am a Chicago Kid.
The Chicago Kid. Right. And this is Dirt Diggler's Shitty Sports Show.
Yeah.
All right, so some of y'all are wondering, like, what happened to Diggler's silky smooth, velvety voice? And, well, after a rough Thanksgiving of gargling thumbtacks and broken glass,
I was wondering.
you know, I woke up and I had some issues. So I had to travel to Kentucky, and I was out there, and, like, all kinds of shit went down, dude. My immune system just... It was like, you remember that scene in Half-Baked where the guy quits his job at the burger joint? That one. I'm going to play it for you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
That's what my immune system did while I was in Kentucky. I had all kinds of shit. Like, I had, like my neck swole up one side, and it was, I had to go to the urgent care and the ER, and they tried to stick me in a meat wagon, and I was like, nah, I gotta rent it, Grand Cherokee.
That sounds like fun.
I'll drive.
Well, I mean, I kind of figure, you know, like the meat wagon probably had a guy who played banjo, and then somebody at the wheel that said, "You ain't from around here, is you, boy?"
You know, there were some areas between Louisville and where I was working where, yes. In fact, I think the best thing was there was this strip club next to a concrete factory, and the jokes we made about that.
That's so Kentucky.
We went to a Shoney's.
Yes, you did.
And it was so weird. It was so weird. Like,
What did it feel safe though?
Nah, not at all. Actually, no. It did not. Like, I asked for a salad.
We had different experiences.
Dude, look, I asked for a salad. They went to the buffet salad bar, grabbed a bunch of lettuce, and they, like, I ordered food, and almost like they didn't know how to make food. They're just so used to putting shit on a buffet line.
Oh, no.
I had 3 of Kentucky's finest walk in there. They had about fucking 2 chromosomes between the 3 of them.
How many teeth?
7 or 8, give or take.
Stained by tobacco juice?
Meth.
Same thing.
I mean, it was just... It's not to besmirch the people of Kentucky, but goddamn.
Yeah, you have to remember the Dork's mom lives in Kentucky.
I know. Look, some of the folks I ran into were like some of the Hills Have Eyes type people. It was.
Yeah, I know. My mom. I wonder why my mom still lives there too. Like, Mom, I am creeped out here.
It's not about, like, Louisville is awesome.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
You get outside of Louisville.
You get out. Yeah, you get outside Louisville.
I would think, how's Lexington? Is Lexington's
safe? Pretty dope.
I didn't get to go to Lexington.
That's
I went there ages ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what it was. You know, right around Thanksgiving, I got sick, and I had to take, you know, so we took Thanksgiving show off. And then, shit, man, we just kind of, I went to Kentucky, and then I got sick again. I had to make the decision that Kenny was going to run most of the vocals in the show because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to talk. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, the Dork will be running the show, and I'm just kind of here.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so Kenny, go for it, man.
It's good to know that your voice is back.
All right, on today's schedule,
Yep.
We have current NBA action. We'll be summing up what our favorite teams are doing. Gianni will talk about her Lakers. I will extol the virtues of our Celtics. Dirt will briefly give us a piece on the 76ers.
I will.
And Brandon will tell us all about his Bulls and how he's feeling about them.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's what we were looking for, Brandon. We'll we'll unveil the matchups for the Best Beard second round.
Yay.
We will cover Brandon's Bear Essentials, followed by a roast. We'll have a Thanksgiving recap. We'll make our Week 13 uneducated predictions. We'll also get word from the D2's No Chill Zone, and I will go ham on the state of college football. Because, goddammit, somebody needs to.
Yeah.
And we will have our shitty beer of the week, which is Narragansett Lager. We will, you're going to hear all about Dirt's impressions of this one. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And our shitty hot takes of the week, which are, they're good. They're good this week.
A lot of good energy on these takes this week.
I'm liking the energy on these.
A lot of good energy in the takes.
But let's start it off by Gianni and her Lakers.
Go for it, Gianni.
All right, so they're 8-13 right now. It's really sort of a mixed bag. LeVar Ball is still talking shit because he's gonna talk shit. Lonzo cut his hair, and I'm not sure if he was trying to do the whole Kobe thing, since everybody's trying to compare him. But they're really a mixed bag right now. They're reminding me a lot of the season with Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones,
Ooh.
where it's where they're really kind of shitty, but they're trying to figure out their personality.
You can kind of maybe see a little bit of a glimmer of hope for the future.
A little bit. I mean, because it's Brandon Ingram is starting to show up. I think he's really sort of found a home. He needs to find 20 pounds to be able to guard something.
Is he going to find
steak and potatoes?
Yeah, I was going to say, is he going to find that at a discount rack at Walmart?
Well, no, cheesecake and stout beers that bulk you up real quick. Winter.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to need something. He's going to need something to gain some weight.
Maybe just a sandwich or two.
Yeah,
I like what Kuzma's doing, and some of these guys I didn't really expect to sort of show up. So there's a lot of good energy, and they have a lot of good talent, but they just got to make everybody gel together. So it's kind of the '98 sort of that sort of late '90s Laker team without Phil Jackson on the sideline, because we still don't know what Luke Walton is going to do. It's still really sort of early in the game is to see, what kind of coach he's going to be. I think he's got potential. I think everybody's got potential, but it's a very mixed bag right now.
I mean, it'll be fun to see how it all turns out.
It's a young team.
It is, and can they make
very
it gel?
young.
All right,
Yeah.
so
And when they do start to gel, I think they'll be fun to watch.
well, I mean,
I do too, but I think that. Well, yeah, they need a good vet. I think that the difference, obviously when Shaq came to the Lakers, that made all the difference.
Gianni,
I
think you're going to get a vet next year. His name is James, LeBron.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
LeBron
James.
James.
Is he's unpredictable.
Well,
We don't really know. I mean, I would love that.
Well, all right. Regarding LeBron James, there's some speculation that he may not even leave the East. You may find him in the city of brotherly love, where they have an intriguing roster right now. That is the number 5 seed in the East right now.
Yeah.
And the addition of a LeBron James makes them a finals eligible team.
Deadly.
They would definitely challenge Celtics for that top spot in the East if LeBron James is on that roster with that talent.
Yeah.
So but how does he gel with Joel Embiid? I think
Joel Embiid doesn't have a problem gelling with anyone. I think Joel Embiid I think LeBron would be happy to have a big man like that who can play all those positions.
So
he's
the process of the king.
It would be
and he's a big man who can shoot.
Yeah, the process would yield the king for a short time in the championship run if he goes to Philly. I mean, he goes there, they become immediate championship contenders.
Oh, yeah.
Their roster is stacked with young talent.
And it's just.
But I tell you what would be Go ahead.
I just like that talent loaded. It's just terrifying what he could do to make them better.
It is.
It is.
It is. But
It
before Philly became what they were, I was definitely thinking he's going to L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me tell you what would be intriguing as shit is if he went to LA and then the Celtics Lakers rivalry. Oh my god.
Oh, geez, the Celtics and the Lakers rivalry with him in charge, and then Brad Stevens just won Coach of the Month.
Yeah.
Heck, while we were writing the script, they just won another game.
Rivalry on fire.
They're 20-4. They got the best record in the NBA. I mean, Kyrie is running away with the early MVP talk, but then LeBron's coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. It's a long season. It's only December, first week.
It's a slog.
I mean, seriously, you don't really start taking the NBA seriously until Christmas Day when you get that five game quintuple header.
Yeah, well, around the All-Star break is when you start seeing who's who.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's when I start watching and paying more attention.
I'll say that's when I'm more shifting towards
Well, that's when it
college.
gets real serious.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, all right, yes. So the Sixers, Ben Simmons, the 7-footish power guard they have playing in Philly, who doesn't really have a jumper, but is somehow wrecking people.
No.
He's wrecking people. This is his first year, actively being on the roster. He was redshirted all last year for that foot injury.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't step on the court. He wasn't technically his rookie year. So he's in the discussion for Rookie of the Year, which is astounding to see how dominant he is at that position. I mean, he's like Kevin Durant if Kevin Durant had more mass and was faster with his length. He's just a nightmare on the wings. He's a nightmare down low. Having him to dump the ball off to has made him. He's got great vision.
Yeah,
I mean, he's better than I anticipated him to be, and I think his performance along with Embiid and was it Nokovic has intrigued LeBron.
Dario Saric.
Yes, Saric. Said Dario Saric has made Philadelphia a very intriguing team to someone like LeBron, who sees a young talent a young talented team that he can make a run with for a couple years.
Well, not only that, he gets to stick it to Kyrie.
And let's not forget the rivalries up and down the Eastern Seaboard. New York, Boston, Philly. Those are rivalries within themselves.
Yeah, oh, dude.
And
Sixers Celtics back in like the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, across the board, Dr. J played against Bird. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
We talk about historically, the Lakers and Celtics are always going to have a place, but you had to go through Philly or Boston or even New York to get to that game.
Oh, even the Sixers Celtics rivalries of the 60s.
They've always been at each other's throat, and it's good to see them. Even in the hockey, baseball, basketball, all of it, it's all there.
Hey, the Bruins and Flyers played today.
Oh man, go Flyers! They're terrible.
The Bruins shut them out.
The Flyers are terrible.
Yeah, the Bruins are mediocre, so it's not really that big. There's no heat between us this year.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not like 2010.
No. Hold on, but Brandon, you're a Chicago kid. How are you feeling about the Bulls right now?
All right, so in the intro, I said "fuck the Bulls," right? I still feel that way. It hasn't changed at all.
Man, so much time has passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in all actuality, like I feel like this is something that needs to be rebuilt from the top down. Like
just blow it up,
Fox, Paxton, like they got to go, man. Like you got to get some people in there who actually care about it, man. Like
wow.
I think that the best thing the Bulls have going for them is the possibility of Zach LaVine coming in and playing really well. And Lauri Markkanen, he really like when the draft came around, no one had any idea who he was if you didn't have anything to do with sports. But he's actually he looks okay so far. There is room for improvement. Either Bobby Portis or Nikola Mirotic, one of them somebody else has got to go.
Wow.
Somebody else has got to go. You got to bring some people in there who really want to play basketball and not just collect the check. That's just my opinion as a fan, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other fans that feel the same way.
I would not be surprised if there are a lot of people are down on the Bulls right now.
Well, the Bulls had issues before the season even kicked off. Didn't you have a guy who slugged another guy?
Yeah, it was Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis socked the shit on Nikola Mirotic.
Man, locker room fights.
Yeah, it makes no sense, man.
I mean, it's a good thing Gilbert Arenas wasn't there. He pulled his gun out and shot everybody.
I was about to say, yeah, exactly.
Tavares Crittenton.
No, it's nowhere near that bad. But
Still.
again, I think you have to get people in there that actually give a damn and want to play.
Yeah, that's going to be important.
Yeah, giving a damn is very important.
Yeah, it tends to be a thing you want from a team if you're a head coach is for them to give a damn.
And speaking of giving,
And I don't think that I don't think that Fred Hoiberg is the coach for the Bulls, man.
I think the Hoiberg experiment has failed. I really do.
As have many
Failed?
experiments. He's like, failed?
Failed?
Failed.
I mean, we said it off the air, but it was regarding a different situation. That shit went off the rails.
I was trying to be nice here, but
Fuck
yo,
that.
they just lit that dumpster on fire.
We are not nice on this show, Kenny.
I was just trying to be nice to our guest.
I got it. Oh, shit.
You know what? Well, you're gonna learn about you're gonna learn a lot about my personality on this show.
Well, we were waiting to have you on, man. I know. So for listeners, Brandon is someone I've been trying to get into doing his own show, right? When he first got turned on, Eric Chavez hipped him to the show, and he's a listener. And so shout out to Chevy for bringing a listener on.
Word.
But he's got some pretty good takes, on Facebook and whatnot. And he's like, all right, so how do I do this show thing? And I'm like, all right, get this, get that. You want this program? You get this all free. All you need to do is get this, and boom. When you need help, let me know. I'm here for you. But he found himself in flux doing a couple things here and there. He never got his show rolling, right? So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I've been dragging my feet a little bit. Man. I've just had a whole bunch of different things going on.
But I was like, the Bears and the Eagles are playing. You know what? Let's get them on the show to discuss that game, and let's see. No, because it wasn't gonna be one of those ambushes and shit where I get them on and next thing I'm like, so how about those Eagles? No, it was like
y'all knew,
get him into the process, and from here maybe he could blow his own show up, boom, and then you have
but when you say the process, you mean the creative process here at Dirt Diggler.
The creative process itself.
Okay, not Joel Embiid.
Not not the process.
Let's just be clear.
I want to clarify for the audience.
Honestly, if we had Joel Embiid on this show, that's because he's funny,
right?
I would just host his tweets.
He is.
I would just read his tweets at random intervals, and that should be good enough.
Yeah.
That dude is funny. All right, let's. Thanks for being on the show, Brandon.
Thank you for having me.
This is gonna be a great show. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the show, even though my voice is kind of fucked up. But I got great co-hosts with Kenny and Gianni, and they're gonna take care of everything. So
yes, we are. So moving along here, we decided round one of the best beard tournament. Here are your second round matchups to vote on tonight when we post the polls. Brett Kiesel moves on after defeating Conor McGregor
with a clean sweep.
Jason Kelsey ekes out a narrow victory over Julian Edelman, and I am salty about that.
Go Birds!
Like, can Boston lose at anything for you? I mean, is it just okay that they take one L?
No, they ain't gonna take this L. James Harden.
Well, he might. Well, he took that one.
He did. There you go.
Yeah. I know.
Taking more L's than the Patriots equipment managers.
Oh. More L's than Donovan McNabb in February of 2005.
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
You gotta bring up old shit.
Because that's what I do. That's what I do here.
More L's than Bill Belichick's suit tailor.
All right. Yeah. So James Harden,
that would be his hoodie
matchup.
tailor. That would be his hoodie tailor.
He's got a good hoodie tailor.
Dude, the Emperor doesn't need a tailor. All right, Darth Palpatine doesn't need it. All right, so our other second round matchups for the best beard tournament include James Harden taking on Kimbo Slice.
Ooh, that's a good matchup.
Jake Arrieta will, who produced the 12-5 upset, will take on Justin Turner in the second round. Old Big Red defeated Mike Napoli.
Strong.
Beard game strong. And speaking of strong beards, our biggest upset ever in the Dirt Diggler Shitty Sports Show tournament so far. Number 14 seed WWE superstar Braun Strowman upsets Ryan Fitzpatrick, the number 3 seed, and a Harvardman.
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 He is from Harvard.
He got beat out by the monster among men.
The monster among men ran roughshod on Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
So Jason Worth is waiting. Jason Worth, watch out. Here comes Braun. The 6th seed Jason Worth moved on, and he'll be taking on Braun Strowman in the second round. So those polls will be up later tonight, Dirt?
They'll go up with the show.
They'll go up with the show. You vote on
All
them,
right.
and we'll reveal the semifinals next week.
Yes, sir.
Which brings us to our next wonderful segment, a brand new one we like to call D2's No Chill Zone.
All right, so before I kick over the headphones of Mike to D2 here, just D2's my awesome, creative 13-year-old daughter, and she's got some insight on redoing the NFL logos, and she's going to explain that and her reasoning behind her decisions for the names and the logos of the teams. So
This is going to be funny.
prepare
Y'all
yourselves.
should enjoy this.
Yeah, prepare yourselves for some top-notch, I don't know, shade.
I mean, seriously, for a 13-year-old, she has the least amount of chill I've ever seen.
There's no chill in her body, and I'm so proud.
She's Mr. Freeze.
Miss
Is
Freeze.
it shade if it's true?
Yes, because
Ooh,
all
this
shade
a very
is
good
true.
question.
All shade is true.
Yeah, but the shade she's throwing is so frosty.
It's the frosty. So I'm turning the mic over to D2 in the headphones, so hold on. All right. There you go. I know.
Welcome to podcasting.
Hi.
Go for it.
Cool. So, the first team I'm going to go over is New England. I recalled the Patriots into the patriotic, and I'm going to explain the logo and how it looks like. So, there's this very muscular man who I'm pretty sure is Hulk Hogan, and there's an American flag behind it.
Yeah.
So that's why I called it patriotic.
Nice.
Brother.
Dallas is next, and I changed the Cowboys into the Cowgirls because I don't think they're really. No.
We're just going to leave it at that. If this mic wasn't being held up by a clamp, you'd have dropped it.
She should have done a drop mic, a mic drop after that.
Yeah,
It would have been so cool. So, Philadelphia's next. I changed the Philadelphia Eagles to the Philadelphia Pigeons. And to back this up, pigeons may seem like a weakling of animals. They are more for, prey. But pigeons are actually very smart. They can navigate their way home. They can actually fly. They have really good eyesight. That and they get free food.
Can't be free food.
free food is important.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
And then Oakland is from the Raiders to pointy swords because I didn't feel like it.
Zero chill.
Wow.
Hold on, I'm choking.
I'm joking.
And then we have New York, and I replaced the Giants with the Midgets.
Because they ain't Giants this season.
No.
They sure ain't.
There's nothing
They ain't
like
Giants,
about them.
Royals, nothing of that.
I mean, you bench Eli. Jesus, what's the matter with you?
And then I changed Seattle from the Seahawks to the Osprey, which is the actual name for a sea hawk. They're hawks that live near the water and they catch fish. And they're really cool. They're really cool raptors. It was either that or the seagulls.
This kid is a genius,
I'm
man.
going seagulls.
I'm going to go with
Yes.
seagulls, too. Those flying rats.
Sky rats.
Sky rats.
Just sky rats.
And then I changed Pittsburgh from the Steelers to the 3 stars because what do they really steal?
Well, the Steelers is spelled with, 2 E's.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
alright.
did they steal the A and then
Yes.
replace it with an E?
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh,
Nice. Wow.
well done, well done.
I'm okay with that.
Schooled by a
I'm okay
child.
with that.
And then Green Bay is cheese wedge because I keep seeing people with cheese hats on. I'm like, why is it just like Green Bay Packers? Why not cheese wedge?
Traditions, I
That's
guess.
because they're stupid.
Well, then cheese wedge would fit it.
Well.
Exactly.
They are the Green Bay Cheese Packers for the Green Bay Cheese Packing Company. So calling them the cheese wedge makes sense considering that everyone wears cheese wedge hats. But what's their mascot? Do they have a mascot?
No.
They don't have a mascot?
The
Maybe it should
cheese.
be a cheese wedge.
Maybe they just feel
You know,
like they're
come to think of it,
above.
I've never seen any.
Brilliant.
I
Yeah.
think so. I think it
That's
should be a cheese
very
wedge. Please continue.
Cheez-Its.
I changed Denver Broncos from Denver Happy Horse,
Nice.
which I don't think they're really happy at all.
No.
So,
With their
They're
quarterback
not.
situation, they shouldn't be.
and
Yeah,
then
not this season.
and then I changed San Francisco 49ers to the San Francisco Miners. Because wasn't there this like historical events where they were like the gold rush,
Yeah,
right?
the Gold Rush.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I changed it to Miners. And then Minnesota, I changed the Vikings to Minnesotas.
I see what you did
I
there.
see what you did there.
It's clever.
Finger guns.
That's where you're right, kiddo.
And then Chicago is from the Bears
Oh,
to the Confused Bears.
Why are they confused?
Very.
Bears?
Why are there confused Bears?
Yeah.
Confused Bears? Well, I don't know. They seem confused. I saw them play against like, a team, and they weren't really doing that good, and it made me sad and then confused. Like, why would anyone go for this team if they can barely catch a ball?
Oh,
God.
wow.
Jesus.
And you
Imagine
kind of
my
need to
pain.
catch a ball.
Oh,
Imagine my
Brandon.
pain, D2.
Brandon.
Brandon, you can see some ice down there for you, man?
You got some cream for that sick burn?
Jesus.
Ouch.
Bruh,
Bruh.
I don't even think Neosporin knows this one.
And then Kansas City from the Chiefs to the Arrows because their logo is just like the spear tip, and I'm like, well, if they're the Chiefs, shouldn't there be like, I don't know, like a chief statuette, something like that, to make sense for their names, So
Yeah,
what about arrows? What about arrows? Because that makes sense,
It does.
And
they're
it's
shooting all the wrong
non-denominational.
Because they
directions
try to
this
shoot
season.
for something, but I think they miss.
Yeah, they're shooting all the wrong
Gianni, I'm
directions.
pretty sure there's a right aid around the corner from your
I
house.
can't even I
Get
can't
some
defend it.
Band-Aids
I
or
can't.
something.
I can't.
Oh my
They are
God.
not
What
playing
can
like
you do?
kids.
What
Yeah.
can you do?
You can't crawl far enough because she just took you down.
Oh, snap. And then for Carolina and Florida, one thing I've noticed is that they have the same mascot and just different colors. Right. So like I'm like, wait. So why are there two Jaguars for two separate teams? But they're like, oh no, they're totally different. People think that Panthers and Jaguars are a separate thing, but really they're the same thing. So I call them spotted black Jaguars. And then
Spotted black
there are
Jaguars.
there's a black Jaguar and then a regular Jaguar saying that we're the same thing. So
I don't think they thought that one through.
Continue.
Well done.
They probably didn't. Yeah.
yes, let's continue.
Kudos.
So I called Los Angeles from the Rams to Beep Beep, I'm a Sheep. You'd get it if you watch
ASDF.
yeah, ASDF.
Yeah.
It's a very very wonderful song.
I'll play it at some point for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Washington, which I really like because it's not very offensive. The Dachshunds, which are wiener dogs. So like
The Washington Wiener dog.
like
And they are wiener dogs. That's
Like-
very
like-
appropriate.
like instead of
That cute.
like instead of saying like their team name, they could go like Washington, Dachshunds, Washington, Dachshunds. So
No,
it's
I
kinda
never- I didn't
it's so
think of that.
catchy. It's so catchy,
Wow. So she belongs in marketing, among other places.
Dirk, you got a genius. You got a genius on your
Proud
hands.
father.
And then
Your
from-
hubris. Yeah.
And then I renamed Miami from the Dolphins to the Manatees.
Oh God, I gotta hear
And
this.
like then like the Manatees, it has very cute puppy eyes, and it's like,
Would he be more interested in the game than Jay Cutler?
Probably.
Probably.
yes.
He doesn't
I
smoke
think
menthols
anybody
either.
would be.
And
Yeah.
then I changed the second team for New York from the Jets to United Airlines.
Ooh.
Because they're terrible.
Because they're
Yes,
terrible.
They are terrible.
They're terrible at customer service all around.
They're terrible. Yeah.
And then for Atlanta, I changed it from a very, very, very cool predatory bird to a very unhealthy inbred dog, bulldogs.
Nice.
Oh, they already have the University of Georgia for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
they do have the Georgia Bulldogs.
And then for Baltimore Ravens, I call them the Ratbirds because a bunch of people keep calling them Ratbirds. And like,
So
I
let's
was-
make it official.
yeah, let's make it official. And for like for like the logo, it's a rat with bird wings.
Ouch.
And then for Cleveland, from the Cleveland Browns to The Cleveland Browns.
The zeal with which she delivered that's what makes it. Be proud. This is good
Delivery
stuff.
is everything.
I'm so proud of her.
And then from the Houston Texans to the Houston Beyonce, because that's where Beyonce is from, and she's way more fabulous than that football team. Okay.
Oh.
I just gotta say that first. Okay, every time she walks on the stage, she's like, Houston, Texas, baby, whipping her hair back and forth.
That's right. She's a queen.
I will not argue that.
Queen Bay.
And then from Detroit Lions to Detroit Detour.
Because everybody's trying to get around that.
Yep. And then
I got that one immediately.
and then Arizona Cardinals to Arizona Sun, because I know these two YouTubers. I am a very big fan of them. Janet Animations and The Odd Ones Out, and they keep complaining about how hot it is, and I'm like, why isn't their football team a sun? Wouldn't it make more sense because the weather is always extraordinarily hot? Instead of making it a red bird, why not make it a blasting ball of hot gas?
Like the Sun Devil?
Yes, the sun. Devil.
Arizona State. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
see,
then-
they can also not do the sun thing because of that women's basketball team in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Or even the Phoenix Suns.
So I
Yeah.
changed Los Angeles Chargers to the phone Chargers, right?
Because everybody's too worried about how much battery's left on their phone and actually paying attention to the game.
Probably.
snap.
If they can make it.
You're right. Yeah, I think that they're more.
Although,
interested in
like
their
the Niners
phone.
have a
Certainly
lot of
is
phone
more to
charging
watch.
stations in their stadium, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then from the Buffalo Bills, I just changed it from the Buffalo Bison.
Nice.
And
Oh, call back to the NBA team they used to have before it became the Los Angeles
now.
Clippers.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
whoa, so cool.
Mind-blowing.
So there's a story
Little piece of
about
history
this
there.
buffaloes. There's a story about two buffaloes. One of them was the son, and the son was leaving for college. What did the buffalo say to his son? Bye, son.
That's a dad pun from your daughter.
Dance, dad, jokery.
And
She
then,
is dropping.
and then
gems,
for
man.
New Orleans, I changed the Saints to the Cloud because I searched up what Saints is, and it's a person who's really close to God. And what's closer to God is a cloud.
There you go.
That, and I also didn't feel like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You know,
I got
And
that.
then-
apathy of a teenager.
And then for Cincinnati Bengal Tigers, I changed it from the Cincinnati Tabby Cats.
Because they're not fierce.
No. But they'll try.
Meow.
And then from Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? I changed it to Jack Sparrow.
Oh, because they're pirates.
Because they're pirates.
Pirates.
Scurvy.
And then from the Indianapolis Colts, I just changed it to what a colt really is. It is a baby horse.
Well, they are a bunch of whiny babies.
Not very
Yeah.
fierce now, is it?
No.
So, if Indianapolis is a baby horse, would that make Denver the mama horse?
Ooh.
Put on your tinfoil hats, ladies and gentlemen. Down the rabbit hole we go.
Oy. I think it would make them their daddy.
Only in the playoffs.
And then for the last team, which was a bit hard because it's kind of hard to come up with it was for the Tennessee Titans. And the first thing that came up to mind was the Titan Tower from Teen Titans Go. And to me, they're a horrible show. So I just called it Titan Tower.
Oh.
Dirt, I like this kid.
Ay, caramba. Wow.
I
D2.
like this kid.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Yay!
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You too. Good job. Thank you.
Very
Rocked
well
it.
done.
You're welcome.
With some zero chill to spare. So
And it was like
frosty.
nights too. Like,
Frosty.
It's like when you have those
So
burns coming from like the sweet little voice. It's like the funniest
out
thing
of the
in
mouth
world.
of babes.
exactly.
Oh God.
All right, so from shade coming from children, now back to shade coming from adults. So college football is entering its punishment phase this week. We'll be selecting the college football playoff teams tomorrow. We've got the championship matchups happening for who is pretty much going to participate. Oklahoma has won, so we can pretty much guarantee them a spot in the field of four. Alabama's begging for help because they lost to Auburn last weekend.
Yay.
Yeah, well, you know what? Saban shouldn't be rewarded with purchasing a spot in the college football playoff every year. I hate him.
Right.
And besides which, if the SEC, we'll get to why I hate the SEC a lot more in a minute. So a bunch of coaches got hired. Chip Kelly got hired by UCLA. Why? He turned down the Florida job because coaching in the SEC is too stressful. So the second largest broadcast market in America. Okay, good on you, Chip. Have fun. Go back to college.
Well done.
Right.
So instead of Chip Kelly, Florida hired former offensive coordinator Dan Mullen. This is the guy who made Tim Tebow look like a decent quarterback.
Oh, he's a magician then.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Exactly.
And speaking of other teams in Florida, Florida State's going to be looking for a new coach pretty soon because their coach fell to the power of green. Jimbo Fisher got a ton of guaranteed money from Texas A&M. 10 years, $75 million. Fully guaranteed.
Wow.
10 years, $75 million for a college football coach. And we're complaining about state employees making too much, right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, good for him. He was wanted. Unlike the Tennessee job... Dirt, hold my gloves.
Hold on. Go ahead, man. Get warmed up. I'm going to stretch a little bit.
Yeah. You don't want to podcast on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
you don't want to come out swinging too hard.
I want to pull a hammy mid-rant.
Well, let's put it this way. All right, so Tennessee decided to fire Butch Jones a couple weeks ago because let's face it, he was fucking awful. Couldn't win a game in conference play. But Tennessee has this sense of entitlement about them that makes them think they can hire away somebody like, I don't know, John Gruden from Monday Night Football to come coach their terrible football program that hasn't been relevant in 2 fucking decades.
Wait, just to make sure we're talking about the same John Gruden, you mean Super Bowl winning?
Yes, Super Bowl winning.
Former offensive coordinator for the Eagles, successful brother of Jay Gruden?
Yes. We are talking about that John
The guy
Gruden.
who loves Hooters and Corona?
The guy who loves Hooters and Corona, and then,
Are Hooters and Corona allowed in Tennessee?
I don't think so.
Well, why would you ever go there?
Exactly, right? Yeah.
I mean,
And he does not fit their values, but
too.
yeah.
Visors.
Yeah. But see, seriously, though, so because Tennessee wasn't going to get John Gruden, they decided, you know what, we're just going to go shit on anybody they put forward. And they got especially creative when it came to Ohio State defensive coordinator Greg Schiano. Now, Greg Schiano had worked wonders at Rutgers, okay? Rutgers made BCS bowls under this guy. Rutgers.
Yeah.
Moribund football programmed Rutgers. In the armpit of New Jersey. Rutgers. I can't shit on Rutgers enough, I'm sorry.
You're giving it a good shot, though.
I know.
I appreciate the effort.
I know, but Greg Schiano moved on from there and went to be the Ohio State defensive coordinator. Has done a pretty good job under Urban Meyer. Was fairly well vetted prior to being hired. And I stress that because the people of Tennessee started a bullshit lie to discredit Greg Schiano and make it seem like he was not worth being hired because of moral reasons. And I say that because he was named, quote marks, in the Jerry Sandusky investigation by a assistant named Tom Bradley during Mike McQueary's defamation lawsuit for being a whistleblower against Penn State in 2015. He was questioned by federal prosecutors and eventually cleared of any wrongdoing. But the people of Tennessee, including elected officials, local politicians, and state representatives, decided, well, we don't want somebody who condones child rape to be at our university coaching our football squad. That's just not good enough for us. No. You wanted John Gruden. You didn't get it. You're having a huge temper tantrum because you're a bunch of cousin-humping mouth breathers. And your program hasn't been relevant for 20 years since Peyton Manning left. And, you didn't win a national championship with him anyway. You had to wait a year after that to win a national championship.
And Peyton rubbed his balls on the left.
Yeah, exactly. He sexually harassed a trainer. And so the honor and the dignity and the poise with which you were trying to present your program was never there in the first place. And to present it as an elite job that somebody like John Gruden would leave ESPN for, a cush gig, mind you, is just fallacious, felonious, and outright insulting. And that is why I am so glad your athletic director decided to tell you to go fuck yourselves, and he quit. So you had to bring back Phil Fulmer, the guy you ran out of town 10 years ago as your football coach, to be your athletic director, because that's going to go well the second time around. And, oh yeah, by the way, every major candidate, they're on their 8th choice, I think, right now, has turned down this job because if the fans can influence it so much just by a social media campaign based on a lie, what are you going to do if you don't win at Tennessee? Right? Who wants this job?
You know, Tennessee has spent upwards of $17 million in their search for a head coach. That's insane.
Fuck Tennessee.
That's fair.
I had no idea that any of that was even going on, to be honest with you guys. Like, I knew it was a shit show. I didn't know it was that bad.
So Kenny, so what you're saying is that you're a Tennessee fan, right? So
totally. A fan of their demise.
To get out of that. Okay, just want to make sure.
I can't believe you accused someone on the show of being a fan of anything Tennessee.
We don't like Tennessee. I mean, that song by Arrested Development, Tennessee, I love that.
That was a good song.
It's a great song.
Yeah, but like even then, there's a line in the song that says, "Take me to another land."
Take me to another place.
Shit.
Because they don't want to be there.
Man, we are serving
my place.
Hot.
And oddly enough,
did we change our names to Dylon, or Dylon because we are spitting hot fire?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. And so now it brings us to our uneducated predictions for a week.
We didn't do our recap of Thanksgiving.
All right.
So let's kick off a couple things. We also got a hit of the Bear Essentials, man. Yeah.
Oh my!
Forgot to write it in. So before we get into the recap, Brandon, you got the floor. Do your thing.
Well, here's my Bear Essentials. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with the good, and then forget the bad. We going right to the ugly. So, good things that I've noticed about the Chicago Bears this season is that our defense has improved dramatically from 2 seasons ago, where we were at the bottom of the barrel. Matter of fact, we were the sticky shit at the bottom of the barrel. So the defense has improved a lot.
Bottom of the barrel.
I will be the first to admit to you that I was not a fan of the Mitchell Trubisky drafting.
We weren't either.
And I have to say that I'm thoroughly impressed with Vic Fangio and what he's been able to do with the defense full of guys that either get hurt or suspended for stupid shit. Like, anyway, you know what? Forget it. Let's just go ahead and jump into the bad shit.
Just fire away, guns a-blazing. That's how we roll.
Let's just jump into the bad shit. So Mike Glennon needs to. I need him to go into a forest and wash his mouth out with a shotgun.
Wow!
I don't like him.
No!
I don't like him. He's got to go. He's got to go.
Is it because of his neck?
Well.
Ouch. You say, is it because of the neck?
Yeah, is it because of the neck? It's because it's longer.
No, it's not because of the neck. I mean, he kind of reminds me of Jeffrey Giraffe, but that's besides the point. Yeah, but fuck Mike Glennon. He was a terrible idea. Like, I can understand bringing him in as a backup, but you gave him all of that money for him to come out and shit the bed immediately. Like that first game against Atlanta, pretty good. I liked it. I saw
we
the
were
defense
surprised
was a
by
whole
that.
lot stronger. So what?
I said we were surprised by how well they were doing in that week 1 against Atlanta.
Shit, so was I.
But
came back after down. That, like, it was like after that first game, it just got worse and worse and worse. So yeah, now that we're done with Mike Glennon, the lack of offensive weapons is just and there's really nothing you can do about injuries, man. Like that, it's a part of the game. It happens, but it seems like the Bears wide receiver core got hit by a train. Like everybody is out. Like I could go out there and be a starter for the Chicago Bears. Nobody can create separation.
So
catch a fucking football, like nothing.
So like open tryouts for the Bears wide receiver position. So instead of invincible for the Eagles, would that be unbearable?
Nice.
Nice touch. Nice. I'm not going.
Clutch.
Because I have to get John Fox.
Clutch.
Oh.
John Fox should be in the forest with Mike Glennon pulling that trigger for him.
Oh, man. I don't know how comfortable I am with this.
And we have been... As a matter of fact, you guys saw it over the past week. He's basically said he has no idea what he's doing. That alone lets me know you don't deserve the coach. You shouldn't have a job.
He's getting paid way too much to not know what he's doing.
Yeah, you're getting paid that much money to go out there and actually tell the sports media that you don't know what you guys are doing? You deserve to not have a job.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my.
Like, Ryan Pace should... As a matter of fact, if we lose this game against the 49ers on Sunday, if I were Ryan Pace, I would tell him, like, look here, man, take all of my Bears take all of that gear off and get the fuck out of here.
Like, seriously. Wow.
Can I keep a box of pins?
Y'all do play Cleveland later on, too, so you have another chance to
What
really
about the
embarrass
stapler?
yourselves.
Can he take the stapler?
He can take a few staples.
Oh,
Wow.
Damn.
Harshness.
He can take a few staples. He can take whatever pens he brought with him. But outside of that, get the fuck out of here.
what about dry erase markers? Can he? I mean, they do smell good.
Yeah.
You know what? He could use a dry erase marker at home. I'm pretty sure he could put it up underneath an unstable table or something like that.
Unstable table.
But
Unstable.
outside of that, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Brandon's Bear Essentials.
Oh my god! All right,
And the Bears roast, too. Wow.
Oh yeah, man, he went in. So let's
I killed it with fire.
yeah. All right, so let's do a quick recap on the Thanksgiving stuff. All right. So the pertinent shit, right? So the Cowboys lost terribly. All right?
That's Chargers embarrassed them.
Chargers embarrassed them in Dallas. The Giants still suck. The Redskins beat them, but the Redskins proved that they suck more than Dallas does because they just lost to Dallas on Thursday. The Browns lost to the Bengals because who doesn't the Browns?
They
who
deserve
don't the Browns lose to?
0-11.
The Titans barely beat the Colts, which is not good for either team because the Colts' defense is terrible, and apparently the Titans aren't much better. The Bills beat the Chiefs because nothing makes sense anymore.
Because they started Tyrod Taylor at quarterback again.
They started Tyrod Taylor at quarterback after inexplicably benching him for Nathan fucking Perryman, who threw 5 picks in the first half.
Yeah, the fact that
football
he was such a mistake, you just screwed up his name on purpose. It was Nathan Peterman.
I don't give a fuck.
I know, 5 interceptions in the first half.
doesn't really
You
matter.
spot the Chargers 40
You know what
points.
matters? 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions matter.
I will mispronounce his name until the day he dies. Because
That could be a while.
he's going to die before I do. Trust me, he keeps throwing 5 picks.
Well, no, he died on the field
Especially
on
in
that
Buffalo.
game.
Just his soul died in the field. That day.
But seriously, that could wind up costing Buffalo a playoff spot, that terrible decision.
Well, he didn't make the decision himself.
No, obviously, Sean
Yeah.
McDermott did, and he's an idiot for doing it.
Yep. All right, so the Ratbirds beat the Texans on Monday. The
Yuck.
Steelers beat the Packers by 3, which they should have won by more. The Jaguars choked one against the Cardinals because the Jaguars make bad decisions.
No, because Blaine Gabbert played like a man possessed.
And the Jaguars made some bad decisions.
Yes, that too.
The Rams beat the Saints. And the Eagles hosted the Bears. And that game went wrapped up at a total of 31-3 in favor of the Eagles. I believe I saw the electric slide twice. There was a bowling celebration of some kind.
Y'all had some time to do some creative stuff.
Eagles players were doing tic-tac-toe on the sideline and the whiteboard. True story. They were playing tic-tac-toe on the sideline in that game.
That
I was just
unconcerned
going to
with
say,
the
that
Bears.
really doesn't surprise me.
People were pissed. Like, I went on, like, well, all right, so after this, let's do a quick segment after this. Guilty sports pleasures.
Yes.
Where we disclose our guilty sports pleasure that we won't really talk to other people about, right? It's got to be sports related though, so it can't be like, I like sneaking into my mom's bedroom. No.
What?
I don't want to hear any of that shit.
No.
Sports. So I'll kick it off in a second, but
Yeah.
the Bears fan bases they were losing their minds on the chat boards about the lack of respect, the dancing. Chris Long was that's the brother, right? Chris Long, that's the one you guys got on your team.
That's
Kyle.
We got Kyle Long.
Yeah, Kyle was
Yeah.
pissed because everybody was dancing.
now you guys have Chris Long.
We have Chris, the other one.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all got the good. Well, I
No,
can't even
Kyle's
say you
not
guys
bad.
got the good one. Like they're
Yeah,
both
who got
really
the Super
good.
Bowl champion of the two.
Well, yes, but
Yeah.
he was pretty pissed. Folks were beyond in their feelings about all the chicanery going on right there. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. No, hold on. All right. So let's go into the guilty sports pleasures real quick. I'll start it off, and you guys could.
Before we do,
Yeah.
one last thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all noticed this. There was a fan in the stands of that Philly and Chicago game.
Yes.
And he held up something that it just made so much sense. The Firefox symbol.
It was
the Firefox symbol.
brilliant.
Who would have thought
It was an epiphany.
Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, this guy has the right idea. I need to be his friend.
Firefox browser logo. Because, get it? Firefox.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly. It was genius.
Meanwhile, I had a good Sunday after Thanksgiving because the Patriots survived the Dolphins without any major injuries because the Dolphins are a bunch of dirty cheap shot artists.
Man, they were smashing Brady.
They were. Oh, yeah. Sue and Alonzo were headhunting.
They were smashing on
But that's I'm not surprised, and if we can get out of next Monday night alive, we're good.
Yeah. Brady took
Yeah.
pretty well.
No, I'm just saying, like, because, without serious injuries, because I always worry about that when they play Miami, because they are, as long as Ndamukong Suh is on their roster, a bunch of dirty cheap shot artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
you
he's
can't
done some
fault me
shady
on that
shit.
one.
No,
All right.
yeah, he's definitely done some shady shit.
All right, so before I turn it back over, let's do the guilty
Guilty
pleasure sports edition. So my guilty sports pleasure is, considering the Eagles have been pretty damn good this year,
Yeah.
what I like to do
Yes.
is go on to message boards for opposing teams, right? The SB Nation blogs, and I'll read the comments leading up to the game, and then I'll read the comments after the Eagles win, just to see how many tinfoil hats came out, how many people are screaming freaking into the sky, and just how much implosion occurs. I mean, you got like blogging the boys, and the Cowboys are always good for some tinfoil hattery.
Oh my God!
And, on their blog posts, they're deluded as fuck, right? I went on the Bears
They think
one.
the world revolves around them.
Dude, I went on the Bears one, and in between all this loss, God help us, to Firefox, to I hate all the dancing. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was,
Oh, good Lord!
Of course it was.
So what's funny is that all these teams in their blogs, their SB Nation blogs have different characters to them. And like the Niners were like, yeah, we got fucked up. We saw this coming, but we mostly survived it. Like all right, cool. Like some are like optimistic that no one got hurt, but man, some of these established teams are just they don't deal well with losses, even if they know they're coming. So that's my guilty sports pleasure is to read the blog posts of teams before and after they lose to the Eagles.
My guilty sports pleasure.
Yeah, what's yours?
Oh man, well, I love to follow Fitzy GFY's Twitter during games because he has some great takes.
Yeah.
Like, give me a second to bring these up. Oh yeah, of course, slow as hell. Yeah. Well, let's see. Today he's like the photo from Lane Kiffin. Because there's another guy with a great social media game. Yeah. Is it a coincidence? No. And suddenly every Cowboy fan says to himself, we're not totally out of this and Zeke's back soon. Let's see. He put up a photo that has Eli Manning holding a clipboard that says, "Cy Eli."
Eli.
And then other stuff like, the moment you realize you got benched for Geno Smith. So he's up there torching people, and during the games he's even better with his in-game commentary. When he mentioned Kenny Stills of the Miami Dolphins yelling at New England players, saying, "You're afraid of us," and the Finns would beat New England if they were more disciplined. That's possibly the most Dolphins thing any Miami player has ever said, ever.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm like, if we score more points than you, we would win.
And the great words of John
Obviously,
Madden.
no shit.
Yeah, well,
That's some Madden level shit right there.
Oh my God, yeah, but there's all kinds of great takes like that.
Oh man. All right. So Gianni, what's your guilty sports pleasure?
my guilty sports pleasure is that when they are not playing the Lakers, I actually really love the San Antonio Spurs. They have like the best freaking organization. Like I love I mean, besides Phil Jackson, as far as like current, this era teams and coaches, Greg Popovich, you can't really get any better. They always get great players. They're always in playoff contention since he's gotten there in 99. So
98, 99, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So
Longest tenured
you've
coach
had
in the
Tony
NBA
Parker,
easily.
you've had Kawhi Leonard, you'd have Manu Ginobili. Timmy Duncan had the personality of like Elmer's glue, but one of the best damn centers that we've ever seen. I mean, they're a great freaking team. And I can actually be happy that they're doing okay since the Lakers, it's going to be a couple years before they recover. I'm not sure what's going on with Kawhi Leonard. He's still kind of got some health things going on, but they've got a great organization. I got mad respect for them when they're not playing the Lakers.
I can get down with that. They're a respectable team.
Yeah.
They really are. There's really nothing to not like about that team.
No, and Greg Popovich is about as woke as a white man you ever gonna get.
Oh my God, yeah, he is
so woke.
Have you heard him burn Donald Trump, man?
Oh my God,
Exactly.
it's serious.
He's
serious.
His press conferences are amazing.
He's an Air Force vet, right? He's an Air Force officer. Vet.
Yeah.
He went to the Air Force
Yeah.
Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got all the receipts. He can say just about what he wants at this point in his life. He's
Pretty
accomplished
much.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if he wants to burn you down, he pretty much has the ability to burn you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hey Brandon, what is your guilty sports pleasure?
For me, I think I have two, man. The first one being seeing it has to be seeing, and Gianni, I hope you don't take this personal. It's
Okay.
brace yourself.
I'm breathing.
Mine would have to be the Lakers fans who are actually just Kobe's fans
Ooh.
that trash LeBron every chance they get whenever he
Yeah.
does something great. Every time the man does something great, they have a comeback no matter what. And I just sit back and laugh at it, man.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. But I would like to say that Kobe still has 5 rings, and LeBron, as long as Golden State is playing the way that he ain't getting no more rings.
But if he goes to Philly, there's a great chance that
It's possible.
Golden State may have their hands full. I don't see him leaving Cleveland, to be honest with you.
Really?
I see him
Nah.
bouncing.
I see him bouncing too. I think he's going to be a Laker.
It's not
gonna be
impossible.
interesting.
It's not
Yeah.
impossible, but I could see him staying in. I could see him staying in Cleveland before going to LA.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any good reason for him to come to LA, especially no disrespect to Luke Walton, but not with Luke Walton coaching.
No,
Like I just somebody
Yeah.
else is gonna have to be in
Yeah,
that spot,
well,
and they're gonna
you
need
don't have
at
the
least
puppet
one more
man.
player.
All right,
Yeah.
Brandon, what's your second guilty pleasure?
the second guilty pleasure. Well, we shared this one earlier with Bob Menery. This man is a national treasure, man. Like anything he does is golden to me, man. Even if he's taking a shot at my Bears, man. But this dude is funny as shit.
Oh man, hey, so speaking of internet personalities, shout out to Chisel Adonis. Look, he gave us a shout a couple weeks ago and helped us get to 300 and something.
He tripled our audience.
Yeah, he tripled our audience, man. He gave us a shout.
That's pretty
Solid
amazing.
dude. I think he's from New York. I think he's a New Yorker. Solid dude. He does some commentary too. He does like a recap, like the Sports Center type recap. where
Yeah.
He does a
You
bunch
can't
of.
spell eliminated without Eli Manning.
Yep, he does the whole Nick Folk, put your motherfucking head down because you can't make the kick, and he's
Blair Walsh, put your motherfucking head down.
Blair Walsh is getting it now because he's missing all the game-winning kicks.
Yep.
Look, the dude did us a solid, man. He's blowing up on social media. He's got his Facebook thing going, and he's responded every time I message him, and he asked him, hey, if he could share us out, and he hooked us up. He even listened to it a little bit. I mean, look, thanks.
We appreciate that.
He did us a solid, and we're much appreciated. So, listeners, if you've never heard or seen of any of his work, Look up Chiseled Adonis on Facebook. Trust me,
You will like it.
It's funny. If you like the show, you listen to us talk shit about everything, you're going to like the shit he talks.
And you will
Yeah,
believe in
it's
the power
pretty
of dreadlocks.
Believe, don't you forsake the power of dreadlocks.
There's energy in the locks.
There's energy in the locks. All right. So, like I said, voice, glass shards, and thumbtacks. I'm going to kick it back over to Kenny. Kenny's going to get us into and through the uneducated predictions for Week 13. Sir, you have the floor.
Week 13 uneducated predictions, and because most of our predictions are pretty uneducated. I mean, did you hear why your division sucks shows this summer? We were so far off.
Yeah, we were.
Holy fuck!
Dude, we were off. They were funny though.
Vikings and Falcons in the first of the 1:00 games. Dirt likes the Vikings 27-24. I like the Falcons 20-17. Why don't you like the Falcons here, Dirt?
I don't trust the Falcons for one, but two, the Vikings defense could cause some serious problems. The Falcons absolutely need Julio Jones to explode in order to be successful. They have the kind of defense that can disrupt the timing and make Julio have to do way too much and make the rest of the Falcons perform. I don't think the Falcons have the makeup they did last year to score points in whoever. I think the Vikings are going to take this one.
I mean, the Vikings on the road are a little bit of a different animal, so that's why I'm going with the Falcons here. I trust them.
They're also playing for number one stay. If they lose games, they're going to fall behind Philly.
Yeah,
surrender number one seeding in the NFC.
I think both of them have to worry about L.A.
Vikings beat the shit out of L.A.
I think both of them do have to worry about L.A. though.
L.A. is a team you got to worry about. Yes.
I mean, did you see that game against the Saints past Sunday? Oof.
Yeah,
they look good.
See that game against
saw that
the Vikings
coming,
a couple weeks ago?
I did.
They're
a different team out of L.A.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Patriots are making their first trip to Buffalo this season. They'll make another one later.
Gianni, how do you feel about the Vikings-Falcons?
Against the Falcons, I'll go Falcons.
Brandon, where you at?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings, man. Like they've been pretty good. They've been pretty good this season.
We split.
We're split down the middle. All right, Patriots, Bills.
Dirt.
Patriots 28, Bills 20. Patriots own the AFC East for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
No, I don't either. I think this one's 31-21, and the decision to bench Tyrod is going to haunt Sean McDermott because that in and of itself is going to keep them out of the playoffs.
And it should. Fuck that team.
Niners and Bears. Speaking of fuck that team,
Gianni, how you feel about that one?
Damn.
The Patriots. This is the one time I'm actually halfway rooting for the Patriots. It'll never happen again. But the Bills deserve to lose.
Oh man, Brandon, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, Buffalo don't stand a chance.
Wow,
yeah,
this is gonna be fucked up.
They don't
when come
stand
through
a
with the
chance.
upset. I'm telling you, we all sitting here in Buffalo.
After putting in Nathan Peterman and having him throw 5 interceptions in the first half.
Wait, Nathan Perryman?
Yeah, that guy.
Mr.
Whatever,
5,
yeah.
Mr. 5 picks. Gotcha.
The 5 picks guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really rooting
You deserve
for?
to lose the rest of your games.
I am rooting for Tyrod to find another damn team.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
So
rooting
am I.
for.
You'll see that in March.
Yes,
We should, yeah.
it's time.
Yeah. All right.
Get out.
Get out.
And
Get to
and
the
hopefully he
chopper.
lands on a team that's actually, I won't even say a contending team, just a better team in a better situation than the Bills.
Yeah, that
Jacksonville.
actually respects his talent.
Yeah,
He could do well in Jacksonville.
He could.
I think so too.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that one.
Yeah, Jacksonville would be a great fit for him.
Not Chicago.
No, not Chicago.
The constant daggers, man. Like, they hitting in the side, like
You
they
know
cut
what?
deep.
Hey, the Chiefs could take him. I think
You got Mahomes.
I would gladly take him on the Chiefs.
He's not going to take a backup spot to Mahomes.
Nah.
Well,
Anyway.
no, but
I mean, I feel you, though. I know what you're saying.
So,
yes.
moving along.
Broncos.
We're going to so
Could be.
the 49ers and the Bears are playing tomorrow in a game that really doesn't matter. Because it's the 49ers and the Bears. The only significant thing here is Jimmy Garoppolo will be making his first start for the 49ers.
Right, and you get to see what Trubisky does against a rebuilding defense that's got some good pieces in the secondary. Eric Reed's solid.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a shootout.
Could be or it could not be, depending on which defense. The Bears do have a defense.
Yeah.
The Niners also have one that shows up on occasions.
Yes, it does.
So it could be low scoring, could be high scoring. I have it going 21-24 in favor of the Bears. I believe the Bears' rushing attack and defense can cause them problems. They got some studs in the secondary. Regardless of what happened in the Eagles game, I've been watching the Bears play, and they've got some playmakers on that defensive side of the ball.
I think this will be pretty tight throughout. I think Trubisky throws a late pick 6 to supply the final margin. 49ers 31-17.
All right, Gianni, how you feeling about that one?
In the matter of the don't matter bowl,
Yes.
I'll go 49ers.
Damn it. Damn it. Well, we already know which way I'm going, man.
Are you going with the Niners?
Of course, it's a loss. It's a lost season at this point, but I got the Bears winning this one, man. I got the Bears winning this one mainly because of the defense. Like I said in my rant about the team, the offense, all we have to lean on is a run. So
Yeah.
Bears over the Niners.
All right. We got the Bucks and the Packers. Dirt?
Bucks 14, Pack 27.
I'm also thinking the Bucks score 14, but I think the Pack scores 13 because I still don't think that Brett Hundley is a capable NFL quarterback. There, I said it.
I think when you game plan properly for him, he's good. He's okay. He's adequate. He was adequate last weekend. I think he can be adequate this weekend. This is not a good Bucks team. They're falling apart too.
Jameis is back.
Jameis is a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
He's a shit bird of a human being, and he's becoming a shit bird of a player. He's going to find himself probably not re-signing with the Bucks.
Probably
He's a
not.
soggy shit sandwich.
He's a soggy, sloppy shit sandwich.
Ew.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ugh.
Ew.
Ah. I threw up in my mouth.
Remind you of your last shit sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah, I had it in Okinawa.
Oh.
Ah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, you do.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I was on the way home from Korea.
I remember that
Yeah.
whole thing. Holy shit.
Crazy.
Flashback.
Okay.
All right, Gianni.
I guess I'll go Pack.
All right. Brandon?
As much as I think that Jameis is a shit sandwich, Bucks win.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so...
and not by a wide margin.
Not by a wide margin. Close game?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Texans and Titans. Who cares?
Texans 10, Titans 13. Fucking game's going to suck. Where Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. You know, without Deshaun Watson, this game's boring. 17-13 Titans. Gianni.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Titans. Houston has been tanking since J.J. Watt and Deshaun have been gone.
All right, Brandon.
This game is about to be good and terrible.
Like Randy Watson.
It's going to be good and terrible. I got the Titans winning this one. 16-9.
Yeah,
Oh, that's an ugly score.
it is. Broncos and Dolphins, speaking of terrible football.
Ooh, the Terry Bowl.
Dirt.
Broncos 0, Dolphins 6.
I've got the Broncos 10 and the Dolphins 7. Gianni.
I'll go Dolphins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Just completely uneducated.
Yeah, completely unenthusiastic. I love it. 0 fucks were rendered. It's awesome. It's a work of art.
It is. Brandon, who you got?
I'm taking the Smoking Jays over the Dolphins.
All right, what brand of cigarettes does Jay Cutler smoke, man?
Newport.
Of course.
Come on, man.
Yes, of course. He's a Newport's guy.
He does follow the show.
He does follow the show. Yeah. Thank you.
So the Kansas City Chiefs are making their second trip to New Jersey to take on the Jets. Dirt.
I don't trust the Chiefs. They're in the downfall. Alex Smith has realized he's Alex Smith. I have the Chiefs scoring 17 to the Jets 21.
I'm going to take a different stance here. I think the Chiefs will win this one. Get off the schneid for a week. 24-17 over the Jets. Gianni.
I have to go with the home team, begrudgingly as I am, but home team.
Home team. So you're taking the Jets?
No, I'm taking the Chiefs.
Her home team.
Her home team. Okay, I got you. All right. Brandon.
I think the Jets are going to win this one on purpose. Actually, no, I said that wrong. They're going to win this one on accident.
They're going to screw up the tank.
Yeah.
We did call them like they fuck up tanking, though, right?
Yeah.
Did we call that? The why your division
They can
sucks?
fuck up a wet dream.
Yes.
Yeah, they could. They
really
definitely could. And they are doing it now.
Yeah, they are.
They're fucking up that stud QB wet dream that they had going 0-16. Yeah. Yeah, Sam Darnold will be playing in New York next year, but he'll be wearing blue. So, Indy versus Jacksonville. Dirty!
All right, Indianapolis is terrible. So, Colts 3, Jags 14 because Bortles.
Bortles, huh?
Bortles. They could score more, but Bortles.
I have a game with nothing but field goals. Jags 15, Colts 6.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Gianni?
The Jags are the Colts can't find the end zone. They can't find they can't find anything this season. So I'm gonna go with the Jags.
All right.
Brandon?
I'm going with Jacksonville, man. Whoever is supposed to be playing quarterback for Indianapolis, he's about to be in for a long day.
Is Brisket back?
Jacoby Brissett, I believe, is back this week.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's about to have a real long day.
It hurts me to see him going through this. Because,
he doesn't deserve this.
No, he didn't. He played well as a backup, and he came in and he got garbage time in a preseason game against the Giants. Looked like a freak, and the Colts were like, he could be our starter. Yeah, you want the Patriots' third stringer. Okay, fine. So Belichick was like, okay, fine, give us Philip Dorsett in return.
He's pretty good, though.
He's been pretty good.
Yeah. I like Brisket. He's good.
I do, too, and that's why it pains me to see him on the Colts.
It does.
Brisket is
like,
pretty good.
we covered why I don't
delicious.
like the Colts.
Yeah.
Many times.
What was that, Brandon?
I said I like brisket as well. It's nutritious and delicious.
It is.
It is.
Oh, wait, we're talking about the player Brissett. Oh,
Yes, we are.
Yeah, they call him Brisket up in the New England area.
Yeah, we do.
That's a terrible name for anybody.
Brisket?
It's kind of clever.
Yeah.
What about pot roast? Remember pot roast?
Terrence Knighton, he played for the Patriots at one point.
Yeah. And snacks.
Oh, yeah, he plays for the Giants.
Snacks.
Yeah, that's a real fucked up nickname.
That kind of is.
Like, you had to grow up fat with that name.
We'll get to the Giants in a minute.
Damon's snacks.
So, speaking of the local team in our area, the Ravens are playing the Lions tomorrow. Dirty.
I don't trust the Ravens. 23-17 in favor of the Lions.
I'm going to toss up on this one too. Which elite quarterback do you go with? I mean, because they're both elite, Flacco and Stafford, terribly elite. Oh yeah, 4,000 yards. How many times?
Once for Flacco.
Yeah, exactly. And whereas Stafford has a
They're
5,000
terribly
yards.
elite.
Terribly elite. I'm going to go Ravens 20-17, and I get to watch this game in person tomorrow. So
That's gonna be fun.
it's going to be fun because it's a school field trip. But
So
Yes.
Gianni.
I will go with the Ravens because they're at home, right?
Yeah, they are at home.
Yeah.
We ain't going to
Okay,
Detroit
yeah.
on a school field trip.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is true. So,
Brandon.
yes, Ravens.
I'm taking Baltimore, man, and this game is personal for me. I actually hate the Lions more than I hate the Packers.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
A Bears fan
really?
hates the Motor City Kitties. No way. No way.
The Motor City Shitty Kitties.
Motor City Shitty Kitties.
How dare you ruin the two generational talents you had grace your fuck that team.
Speaking of fuck that team, the Browns are playing the Chargers.
All right. Because I'm an asshole. Actually, I picked the Browns to beat the Chargers 9-7, just because they beat the Chargers for their only win last year.
Why not? A sequel's always good, right?
And the Chargers need to win this game for their playoff hopes. So of course they won't.
I am in disagreement with you because I think the Chargers defense is on fire, and I think they're going to beat the Browns 34-5. 5, Kenny? That involves a safety. Yes, it does, and that safety will be intentional.
Wow.
The Chargers will snap the ball out of the end zone to prevent one of those little situations where the punter gets fumbles.
Is that a charity safety?
Like the punter will run out of the end zone kind of thing.
Like an Orslowski safety?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. More like the end of Super Bowl 47.
Wow.
Gianni.
The Browns are going to brown.
Browns are going to Browns all the way to 0-12?
Pretty much.
All
I
right.
think 16. I think it's happening.
You think it's happening. All right, Brandon.
Perfect season.
Yes.
Josh Gordon is back, and he just might have a crazy game. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm
He's
thinking.
had a few years to rest.
He is fresh. He is that. Yes,
Definitely
he's
fresh.
sober too, which is the best part.
Which is going to be interesting to see him play a football game sober because we've never seen it.
And we never have. You're right. But at the same time, I think he'll need another week to integrate fully. And I think next week you'll see the results of Josh Gordon being back. So that's my take on it. And then we get to the Raiders and the Giants, and okay, this one kind of pisses me off too. The Giants benched Eli Manning in favor of Geno Smith because McAdoo, or Macadon't as I like to call him, Macadoo, because he's shit.
He sucks.
Yeah, he's terrible, and I can't wait for him to get fired. Decided I need to evaluate who we've got here because Geno Smith is a generational talent at quarterback. Terribly elite. So they're playing the Raiders in Oakland tomorrow. Dirt.
I got the Raiders taking this one by 3, 17-14. As an Eagles fan, it does piss me off how they're benching Eli. They're not even giving. If you're going to bench him for the sake of kicking the tires of somebody, you do it with Webb, right?
Yeah.
Not with Geno Smith. You know what you're getting with Geno Smith, but there's no need.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like this is just McAdoo spiting Eli.
Yeah.
So I don't like it.
I think that the Giants are going to lose big because Geno Smith is terrible, and then in a panic move because McAdoo will not want to admit he's wrong. He will pull Geno and put in Davis Webb, who will look even worse. And quite frankly, I should be all about this and cheering it because I've posited the opinion before that Eli Manning stole 2 Super Bowl rings from Tom Brady. But at the same time, you know what? The man's earned the right to go out on his own terms, and you don't bench him.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Gianni.
The Giants will lose, and they deserve to lose for all the reasons you just stated.
Thank you.
Or,
Brandon.
yeah, Giants ain't they fuck it, they losing.
They ain't shit.
So, hold on.
They taking the L tomorrow.
Have the
And
Giants?
it won't. I don't even think it'll be close.
I don't
Have
either.
the Giants
No.
played through the Chargers to being the most ain't shit franchise in football?
For 2017 season, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So from ain't shit to the Saints shit, the Saints are playing the Panthers tomorrow.
That was nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. I know, I
That
caught
was
you
a
off
very
guard
good
there. I
segue.
caught you
I did
mid-swig.
Yeah. That was
All right, so who you got, Dirt?
I actually have the Panthers losing 27-30 in a relative shootout between these two teams with re-emerging defenses and elite good quarterbacks. Yeah,
I kind of have a shootout as well. I had the Saints taking this one 38-35. Something crazy happens between these two teams in the Dome every time.
yeah.
Gianni?
As long as Drew Brees is playing, I think the Saints got a chance, so I'm going to go with Saints.
Brandon?
This has all of the makings of being the best game of the week. I'm going to go with the Panthers.
All right.
All right.
Buck the trend. Buck Futta. Ha ha ha! That's right, Trebek. Ha ha ha! All right. The Sunday night game. Eagles and Seahawks.
It's a tough one for me. All right, so
But you're still going to take the Eagles.
well, yes. Look, the Eagles have not had the most success playing in Seattle, and to be honest, no one really has.
No.
But here's the thing: they've lost their last 2 at home. The offensive line is still not good. The running game is non-existent. Their defense, Legion of Boom is down 2 of its marquee players for the rest of the year.
Right.
They've got a rookie starting at one corner position, and you have Earl Thomas, who I guess is healthy enough to play.
Barely.
But he's falling apart.
Yes.
So I see that what made Seattle really good, their biggest strength was that secondary. Mm-hmm. And it's gone. So the Eagles' passing game is serious.
Yeah.
The Eagles' running game is serious. Even though the run defense for Seattle is serious, So is the Bears' run defense. So the Eagles have been able to do what the hell they wanted, wherever they wanted so far for the last 5-6 games. They've just been doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to go against that, even though they're playing in Seattle. They played in hostile environments, Jerry World,
Right.
in Washington.
They won big in Jerry World.
And they've won big games.
Yeah.
So I don't see why this would be any different. Yes, the crowd will impact things such as the snap count. I just don't think that the Seattle defense can carry the way how they need to. And I do believe the defense is disciplined enough to slow Russell Wilson down because he will have to win this game by himself.
Pretty much.
And I'm just not sure he can against this team.
Okay.
Whose strength is his front seven.
Understood.
So I haven't taken it 35-20.
I'm going to defer from you here. I think the Eagles at some point will, rack up a couple of losses to finish out the stretch. This is their most difficult stretch coming up.
Yes.
After this they go to L.A. And they've got another brutal, a brutal road game.
Then they play the Raiders at home.
Yeah, then they play the Raiders at home on Christmas night, which is a big Christmas present. Dude, that weekend, by the way, in the local area is lining up where it was like if you were a football fan, you wanted to just check out football games. Saturday afternoon with the Ravens hosting the Colts. Sunday afternoon, Christmas Eve, the Pigskins are at home, and then Christmas night, the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Loving it. Yeah, I might go see all 3 games. I don't know yet.
Fuck it. I'll be here.
I know you will. I actually might even just come over to your house and watch it with you.
Fuck it.
Why not? But anyway, so I've got the Seahawks, nothing is more dangerous than a team that's cornered, especially at home. They need this one to stay in the playoff chase. I'm going to say Seahawks 28, Eagles 24, but I would not be surprised if the Eagles take this game as well. Gianni.
I think it's going to be close, and I think that Philly is due for a loss. Not to say that it's going to affect their playoff run at all, but I think they're due for a loss, so I'm going to go with Seattle, and they're at home.
Brandon.
This one's kind of tough, man. I think I'm gonna have to go with Philly in this one, and it's not gonna be easy, man. It'll be a tough win for them.
Yeah. And I think we all agree that if Philly goes into Seattle and earns a win, then we can start taking them seriously as a championship caliber team.
Well, I don't think the Eagles want to see Seattle in the playoffs.
No, they don't.
So there's pressure to win this game,
they
so they
definitely
don't have to deal with that team in the postseason.
Exactly.
So they're going to want to kill this team before it has a chance to really
put the foot on the throat. Yeah.
Before it has a chance to sneak into the playoffs, it's going to want
because Seattle's that team that you don't
want to see Seattle in the playoffs. You don't want to see
a team like Seattle backdoor in
the Steelers. You don't want to see the Patriots. You don't want to see these teams like the Giants in the playoffs.
The Ravens as of 2012.
There's teams like Green Bay. You don't want to see them in the playoffs.
Nah, because Aaron Rodgers will be back in a couple weeks.
Right. There's just certain teams that you don't. If you can make them miss the playoffs,
do it.
Rivalry or not, you do it because dealing with them during the playoffs is just too much of a risk to your season.
Yes.
So I think this is one of those games, and the Eagles are going to have to win. And remember, they got champions on their team too.
Yeah, they do.
Ellerby's going to be starting this game. Daniel Ellerby.
This game is about to be a dog fight.
This game's going to be going to be some hitters. Some hits.
Yeah, well, not only that, but they've also got Chris Long and LeGarrette Blount.
Yep.
They got champions.
They have Torrey Smith. He's a champion.
Yes, he is.
Jenkins is a champion.
Yeah.
They've got some champions.
Yeah. So another big playoff race implication type game in terms of the home field advantage for the other conference. Steelers go to Cincinnati.
Steelers 35, Cincinnati 10. I think that the Killer Bees are rounding into form.
Oh yeah,
and this is a rivalry game, and they're gonna run the scorp on these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think so as well. 31-13. Their focus is on 2 weeks from now, though.
Yeah,
with the Pats coming to town.
Yeah,
but they're still good. They're good enough that they can look ahead past the Bengals and still win this game handily.
Yeah, agreed.
Gianni?
I guess I'll go with Steelers. Completely uneducated.
All right. Brandon, who you got?
I'm taking the Steelers, man.
Come on, man.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Was there any other way?
Yeah.
There isn't. That's the point. Like, like the Bengals are a shit show. If there's
They're
any
not
team,
as much. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
They're not as much of a shit show as the Browns. Nobody is, but
they're not even the biggest shit show in their own state.
Exactly. And that says a lot.
Actually, no, I think
No,
they're a
but
bigger shit show.
they need to go ahead and blow that team up. The Bengals are trash.
No,
All right.
I think the Bengals are the biggest shit show, and here's why. The Bengals are a shit show due to inactivity. Like, they're not trying at all. They got the same underwhelming coach. They got the same group of undisciplined fuckboy players, and that's why they can never do anything. Cleveland may make the wrong decisions, but they're making decisions and they're implementing some kind of change. They're trying.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they may fuck up every time they try, but I give them credit for trying, and so
Whereas-
the Bengals don't. Therefore, they're the bigger shit show because they're content with being mediocre, being third rank in their division. They're cool with that. So
All
they're
right.
the bigger shit show. Fuck that team.
All
I
right.
have no argument with that. You are absolutely correct.
Ouch.
Yeah, and they've been it's been a long time. They've just been mediocre.
All right, one more game to get to. The Rams and the Cardinals. LA looked good last week against Saints.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
They did.
And a garbage touchdown against that Ram D kind of made it a little closer than it looked. But they're not playing as high of a caliber opponent this week, so dirty.
All right, it's a divisional game, so I have the Rams scoring 36 to the Cardinals 8.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same bent, 31-7.
Oh God,
Gianni.
The Cardinals have been struggling because they've got like 08 players trying to masquerade them for 2017 players. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
nice,
Oh,
nice.
scorching hot take there. Yeah. Brandon.
Well, as much as I love Larry Fitzgerald and Patrick Peterson, I have to go with the Rams.
I kind of figured as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of so that's unanimous that the Rams are going there. And that does it for our uneducated picks of the week. And now it is time for the Dirt Diggler Shitty Sports Show. Shitty Game Time Beer of the Week.
Greetings, I'm Dirk Diggler of the Philadelphia Diglays,
And I'm Kenneth Dorksworth of the Connecticut Dorksworth.
and we are here to give you Dirk Diggler's shitty game time beer of the week. All right, Kenny, you brought this, please.
I brought this.
Do us the honors.
So, this week's shitty beer is the famous Narragansett Lager, made on honor, sold on merit, since 1890. What? This is a college, a frat boy, a staple in many a New England campus, from URI to UConn, UMass Amherst, Southern Connecticut State, Providence College, many of the Dorks' stomping grounds. I have wonderful memories of getting passed out drunk on this beer. And I was home in my native Dork region with my family of Dorks, the Dorklets, the Dork-in-law, and the Dorkat. And I was like, what kind of shitty beer can I bring home? And they're like, how can you forget the Gansett? Oh, dude. Because they were throwing out stuff like Wachusett IPA. We both hate IPAs, so.
Like, man,
I wouldn't subject you to a shitty IPA,
I'm
let
okay.
alone a good IPA.
I'm okay with IPAs. Just there's some that just go way overboard, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, I bring home the Gansett.
All right, well,
Let's have a sip of this.
let's take a sip here. Hold on.
Delicious.
Oh,
I think this is the first time we've disagreed.
all right. Oh, jeez. All right, so it tastes like Budweiser if it hit the gym for a while and quit showering. All right, so
So it tastes like strength.
it tastes like strength, unbridled strength.
That's good.
That's how we go in New England, man.
I mean,
we
it's-
want
it's-
strong beer.
It's not the worst beer we've ever had. That goes to like Natty Boh.
Ice House Edge.
Ice House Edge. I'm sorry, because we drank the Natty Boh.
we did not
drink
finish the Ice House Edge.
So yeah,
Ugh.
but it's not the worst beer. It's better than Natty Boh.
Yeah,
But it does have it sits on your palate. It's got an aftertaste to it.
it's got a sharp aftertaste.
It's not a clean tasting beer, is what I'm saying. That's why I said it hit the gym and didn't take a shower. But
Oy.
so yeah, it's I mean, I guess I could drink this during the game. If if
definitely
you don't
could.
give a fuck, yeah, this is good.
Fuck
Is
yeah,
it,
man.
Is it better than hams? No.
No, we will always party with hams.
Party with hams. It's
Yeah.
not better than hams.
We will always defer to hams.
Hams is the go-to beer for shitty beers right now.
Yeah, for Dirt Diggler Shitty Sports Show. I mean, seriously, pay us to advertise this damn thing, hams.
We party with hams, buddy.
Seriously.
Dance with the bear. Their logo's a bear.
And we have a Bears fan on this week.
Yeah.
It all ties together.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, Illuminati.
It just
Right?
keeps going. It just keeps going.
It just keeps the gift that keeps giving. All right, how you feel about your beer there, buddy? How you feeling about your beer, Kenny?
I am feeling very good about my Gansett.
I'm glad you like it.
I am feeling very good that I have more of this back in my crib.
So if you were to describe it to someone who's never had one,
It's a velvety, sweet. No, who am I kidding? It's a strong. This is what you drink when you're struggling on funds.
nice.
But at the same time, it's the best option of all the beers you could buy when you're struggling on funds.
Is this field day between paydays?
Yes.
All right.
This is field day between paydays. This is weekend at home when you're between paychecks. That kind of thing.
Nice.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's good. I mean it's good, not great. It's like the Patriots in the '80s
Wow.
and the '70s.
Wow.
Eek.
Hey,
What?
hey.
Rand, you don't happen to have a beverage handy, do you?
I don't, unfortunately.
No. Well,
We'll get you next time.
yeah. Next time we'll get you in there.
My first appearance on the show, I didn't have a shitty beverage either,
No.
and I was castigated mightily over it.
Well, I didn't know where you were when it came to that.
No, but you go back to that show in June where I was phoning in, and you were like, "Dude, you don't have a shitty beer? What's up?"
Yeah. Hey, look.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
been 6 months,
It's been a while, right?
right?
Yeah, it has been. It
Ah.
has been.
Crazy.
So, now that we've made that revelation, let's transition into.
If you look up in the sky into the clouds, you can see it right there. It's the
Oh, there's the call.
take symbol. You know what
Clarion
that,
call.
You know what that means?
It's time.
It's time.
Holy super shitty indefensible hot takes, Diggler! What are we gonna do now?
Gianni, Dork, to the take mobile. Okay, hold on. I guess I just gotta get this started. Hold on. It takes a minute. It's kind of old. All right.
Really?
All right. I think. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. All right. So
Shit's about to get real.
shit's about to get real. The hot take, Dirt Diggler, shitty hot take of the week. All right. Let me clear my pipes there for that. Dirt Diggler Shitty Sports Show will be contacted regarding the Tennessee head coaching job via a resume we posted on Indeed.com, but we will decline due to quality of life concerns. I mean, really,
We'll get raked over the coals.
I'm not trying to go to Tennessee for shit. Let alone
Like
for,
local politicians will spread lies about us.
like our show sucks,
Or-
and that we drink great, delicious beer on this show, or
Or that we could even created international incidents in Korea.
yeah.
Yeah, wait, no, that didn't happen.
Nuh-uh.
Shut up! Stop it!
Nope. So that's my indefensible shitty hot take. I mean, I do expect us to get offered the job. I just don't think we're going to take it.
I mean, seriously, it's
Nah,
a great
I wouldn't do
opportunity,
it.
but at the same time, I don't want to coach in the SEC.
Nah, I'm not trying to.
Nah.
Put my
Give me
family
the
through
American Athletic Conference. There's less pressure.
that. Yeah, there's less.
You know what? I think I'm just good.
Sun Mountain
I'm
Conference.
good.
Even the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Chip
well,
Kelly's route,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy. So, yeah, speaking of, new coach at UCLA. First interview, he will reveal that the Ask Madden button has been the key to his success. He presses it really fast. And UCLA will win their first Rose Bowl since the 1985 season as a result. Make their first appearance in the Rose Bowl since 1998, too.
Nice.
Boom.
Fucking Chip Kelly just asks Madden super fast.
Yeah, so faster than a D
That's
coordinator.
hilarious.
Ask Madden.
So, Gianni,
Yes. So since Malcolm Jenkins and company sold Colin Kaepernick's protest for a pack of now laters and a dime bag of weed, I think that since he's been getting contacted also to do movies, I think that he and Donald Trump are going to do a movie together.
Is it
And
a
I
buddy
think,
cop movie?
yeah, it is a buddy cop movie. And before the show, I think we all decided that it was going to be. I agree with 48 Hours. I think that works. They kind of had a love-hate relationship, but they needed each other.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, I was kind of disappointed on that one. I felt like it was more of a lethal weapon, especially because then you'd get the gem of Donald Trump saying, "I'm getting too old for this shit. This is too tremendous, too humongous, too huge. I can't handle it."
Baby
Yes.
hands and all.
There were hands involved. I mean, seriously, you saw it, Dirt. I just move on him like a bitch.
Oh my god.
It's cold. It's cold.
God damn!
Brandon, give us your shitty hot take of the week.
Well, lady and gentlemen, my hot take is that good old Donald Trump, he is going to invite Colin Kaepernick to become a member of the Trump administration.
Wow.
Hey, well, everybody's resigning out of that, so there are vacancies.
There are vacancies available. Maybe he'll put him in State
And
Department.
Colin Kaepernick does need a job at the moment.
He could
And
use
they-
employment.
They need more black people in the White House, so there you go.
There you go. Works
Hey,
out.
wait, Colin Kaepernick's black. What? Yes! Let's hire him!
Yes, Mr. Number 2
I laughed a
Afro
little bit too hard.
competition.
The runner-up in our Afro tournament.
He did lose to the great Dr. J, which
I mean, come
But
on.
there's
he
no
is
shame
Dr.
in
J.
that.
Yeah.
Dr.
Even
J
when Dr.
had
J
teeth,
had the
bro.
gray spots.
That kind of added to it, though.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Yeah.
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 He had the
They were
lowest
highlights.
percent.
They were highlights.
Yeah. That gray streak to it. You're just like, oh shit, it's old man game coming.
Great first.
Old man game coming. So, hey, look, that's the show. Hey, let's give Kenny a round of applause for running a solid show while my voice is all fucked up. Kenny, you did a good job.
I can only do as good as I'm as the material I'm giving, and you guys are bringing some great material today.
Hey, man, that's what we try to do here, right?
Yeah, shout out to
Show.
D2
Absolutely.
for that absolute lack
Fucking
of chill.
Ice cold, that one.
That
Yeah.
None
like wow,
whatsoever.
the next generation, the future is safe in her hands.
It certainly is. I'm proud.
That
It
lack
is.
of chill.
His new nickname needs to be Antarctica.
Ooh,
That's cold.
I like
as
that.
shit.
Code name Arctic.
I like that.
Code
Yep.
name Operator. Code name Arctic.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear them that reading off the wish lists of NFL teams.
Yeah,
sometime.
I think I'm gonna have her do that, man.
I mean, seriously.
she's good.
She's good.
Yes.
But
No, you should
it's-
have her do the NBA.
Oh, look,
We'll
she
get to
doesn't
it.
even really watch football. But she said, I come and I see shitty games. She didn't say shitty, but I see bad games and it makes
Yes.
me sad. And I start to think of sad music. So she starts playing Beethoven's Midnight Sonata.
Yes.
So,
Genius.
so have you guys ever heard of Beethoven's Midnight Sonata?
I've heard the Midnight Sonata.
I
It's
actually
a-
have. Yes.
It's a really good piece, right? Hold on, let me see.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
one.
see if I can actually capture it here. Moonlight Sonata. I'm sorry, Moonlight Sonata.
Yeah. So we never heard the Midnight Sonata.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here it is. She
Right.
starts playing this sad ass shit. When like the Eagles Bears game, this was playing. She was like, "Why
Bring
is
that
this?"
up again.
Because this is when it like she brought to my notice because she was.
It's a recollection. It's not a dirt. It's not a dirt
not a-
Diggler taking a
it's-
shot at you.
It's not a dig. This is her. By the way, she doesn't care about taking digs and how you feel about it. She's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's because she has zero chill.
She has zero chill. The confused bears.
I mean-
I couldn't have thought of that shit. Confused bears, really?
They
But yeah,
confused.
look, she's like sad and confused, and that's where I was watching the game, and I assume that's where they are.
Wait, would they be the dazed and confused bears?
Ooh.
And the
Does
kids
that,
just
does that
keep
mean
on
they got
going.
Matthew McConaughey? All right. in the front office, man. What you need to do is lose the 2 geeks you got at quarterback, and we'll get a better one in the draft. But we'll worry about that
I'm really
later.
mad
All
that you
right.
sound just like him, though. Like, you got him and Donald Trump down, man.
Yeah,
I got a lot of voices
He
down.
does some good voices, man. He does some good voices.
Yeah, that's the entertainment value of the show.
It really is. We
Yes.
aim to go to the next level here.
And we do.
So, hey, look, as usual, hit us on Mixcloud, SoundCloud. We had a huge showing on YouTube last week, so fuck it, find us on YouTube.
Fucking A.
Fucking A. Hit us up if you have questions, input. You wanna be part of the show or something. You wanna give us money to talk about your product.
Hams.
Looking
at you.
Looking at you, buddy. Hit us up at dirtdiggler2823@gmail.com or
KNP278@gmail.com.
right
Because I ain't got no emails about this show yet.
right. I've gotten a couple.
Right.
We've covered them, and I wish we can get more. So guys, send us questions, send us comments, bitch about our takes, bitch about our predictions, whatever. I'm all about that. We're on Instagram, kinda. We're on Facebook, totally. And
We're on Twitter, kind
we're
of.
on Twitter on occasions, But if you like tweet or at us or some shit, we'd see it.
Yes.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Support your local politicians, right? Support them. That's how we get away from the messes. Support.
Yeah.
Listen to the ladies in your workforce. For those of you
Seriously,
who
what
have
up
not
with
been,
Matt Lauer?
who may have missed the news, apparently
Idiot.
they're playing this game where you just surprise women with your penis and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works in real life.
It's really not sexy. It's really not appealing.
No,
Yeah.
I'm under the impression that if they want to see your penis, they'll ask.
Exactly. I mean,
I
I learned a
would ask
long
this.
time ago that a woman will let you know if she wants to see your penis.
I'm just saying,
Like, bruh,
for those who have penises, that's a good rule.
just
of thumb.
wait until you're asked to show it.
Yeah, just wait.
Fucking A.
Yes.
Just wait. So speaking of that, please support Indie Femme, Gianni.
Right?
Let's
Yes.
talk about Indie Femme a little bit before we move.
Yes, we are planning a launch party for Indie Femme and a few of our projects in March. So we're gearing up for that, and yeah, we're going to teach people to keep their penises hidden unless otherwise requested. Yeah.
That's good advice.
Hashtag
I
hide
mean,
the
seriously.
penis.
Hide the penis.
Hide the penis, preferably in a place where it's not going to offend anybody.
Supposed to be like in your fucking pants.
Right?
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
How about that? Hey, Brandon, you got any last thoughts?
It's been real, man. Like I enjoy being on the show with you guys. I'd actually like to do it a little bit more often if you all will let me, and I've had fun.
Hey, man.
Awesome.
Hey,
We've enjoyed having
we've
you.
enjoyed having you, Kenny.
Last thoughts for the night. Go Pats. I don't know.
Fuck it, that works, man. So as usual, it's been real. It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
Dirt Diggler
And the Dork.
and
Gianni.
and
Brandon.
Oots.